Hey, good morning, internet people, friends, family, neighbors, and other possibly interested parties. We'll hang out a minute. Maybe somebody will be watching here shortly. Pan around. Oh boy. Hey, Miss Kaiser. It's raining again. Man. Stephanie. Good morning, Stephanie. It is still morning. Still morning. Well, I was going to catch you guys up on my project here, this 98 Mustang. The hood is all finished now, except for that stripe right there on the driver's side. All this was wet sanded, compounded, polished, all the painted surfaces. It was a pain too, Stephanie, because first I had if you remember, I had tape down that edge of those stripes on the outside for when I was wet sanding these parts here. Okay, when I got through with all that, then I had to take that off. And then I had to tape this edge on both of them so I could wet sand and compound and polish that painted surface that's in between those two stripes, which I did. It was a pain. I had to get another buffer out. I have probably a half a dozen of them. Another small, very small dual action buffer with a short throw on it, which was okay because there's not much area there and I didn't want a long throw anyhow. So that turned out well. Hey, Miss Kimberly. Yeah, I had to get another tool out. And this one, I've had this buffer, I don't know, 10 years or better. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. This is an old Griots, but that's a little 3-inch dual action buffer. Now, both of my other buffers, I can change the backing plates on those and shrink them down. But my dual action long throw buffer that I used to polish these with, you can't change the backing plate on it. And even if you could, it wouldn't be recommended because it is specifically balanced for the 5-inch backing plate. So anyway, I got that old dual action out, which is a short throw, which was fine, and did that small area right there with it. And then I took that same buffer, and on these vinyl stripes, you have to be careful because, you know, vinyl is not as durable as this paint. So what I had to do, I took a very mild cleaner wax, and there again used that small dual action polisher, cranked the speed way down and went slowly up this stripe and cleaned it up and polished it up. And I don't know if you can really see it, but this one's done. I'm about to start this one. I think you can see the difference, Kimberly. Can you? Can y'all see the difference between those two? But you have to be careful. And this has all been a pain in the butt because of these stripes. And so when I get this done, then it'll be on to the roof, which also has the same stripes. So we'll be doing the same tedious work with the stripes up there. Hey, Mr. Seat, my neighbor, Jason. I was just showing people Jason doing a quick catch up before I break for lunch. I finished the hood. Of course, I had to tape all these stripes off and protect them. And then I had to take this part off so I compounded and polished, wet sanded that little strip in the middle there, so that meant then I had to take that part off, and then I lightly polished with a very small dual action polisher this stripe here. They're vinyl, they're not painted, so you got to be careful. And I'm going to start on this one after lunch, Jason. I'm going to break for lunch. Oh, those stripes are a pain. Hey, Miss Weaver, how you doing? How you doing over in Douglasville, right? Linda, wow, I thought all you people would be at work. I hear you, Jason, I hear you. It's not slowing me down because I'm in the garage today, but it makes Sally mad when she has to sit outside in the driveway while especially when there's another Mustang in here. I think she's jealous. But I explained to her it's something I have to do, sweetie. I have to. I just got to. But anyway, Jason, I lightly polished this stripe, and I'm going to do that one after lunch, and then I'll move on to the roof, and taping off all the stripes and all that crap will start all over again. And as you well know, same thing on the trunk deck, stripes down the back bumper, on the spoiler, got them on the front end here. I'll have to work around those when I get to the front end. Man, I didn't charge this guy enough money for all this. But I wanted to do it just cause it's a Mustang. Hey, Mr. Robert, just catching everybody up, John. Finished the hood, had to do all kind of taping and stuff on these stripes, and getting that in the middle, that painted surface in the middle of them was a pain. I had to use a real small dual action polisher for that. And then I polished this vinyl stripe. I haven't done that one yet, as you might can tell, because I'm about to break for lunch, and I'll come back and do that one. Then I gotta go up on the roof. Same thing, gotta tape off them stripes. Man. Then it's up there on the deck, on the spoiler, down the back bumper, down the front bumper. So, then finally I'll be able to do the fenders and down the sides and all that, and I won't have to worry about at least taping off and working around vinyl stripes. But they'll look much better, even better than they do now when I'm finally done, because I'm going to put clear coat restore on this whole car, the entire car, and also put it on these, which they say it should work. We'll see. If it don't, I'll just buff it right back off and put something else on there. We shall see. We shall see. You can see a little residue that I splattered on that side of the hood. That's not a big deal, because I got to paint prep this whole thing anyway for the next step. So not too worried about that little bit of a mess over there. But I think the hood has turned out strikingly well, John, compared to what it was. If you recall those previous videos and photographs, there's a few imperfections in there that I couldn't go after because of this paint. And you can't, sometimes you just can't chase perfection on these things. You just have to do what you can. But the difference in what it is now and what it was before is, to me, pretty astounding. And a lot of that stuff, the clear coat restore will fill that in and cover it, and you won't even know a lot of that. It'll take away a lot of that imperfections and light scratching that are left, and help fill in like rock chips and that sort of stuff. You'll still be able to see them, but the damage spreading will be greatly retarded with that stuff on there. Plus, that is good stuff. That's what I got on my Mustang right now. And mine didn't even have wax on it or nothing. It's out there just beating like crazy, just with the clear coat restore on there. All right, folks, I'm going to go have me some lunch, and then I'll get back at it. I just wanted to show you guys the hood and the stripe. Okay, thank y'all for watching me. Appreciate ya. I like Miss Kimberly's photograph up there. Comforts me. All right, guys. Bye.